Good morning everyone, today we'll be taking a look at something a little different, but nonetheless very interesting, because this time we'll be delving into the world of Hallownest to investigate some of their mysterious items, starting with a pretty rare material, most commonly used in upgrading weapons. It's the Pale Ore from Hollow Knight. Pale Ore is a highly sought after commodity within Hallownest, primarily due to its potential for use in upgrading and refining weapons. In all, there are 6 known pieces of ore scattered around Hallownest, although there may or may once have been more. The ore is said to emanate an icy chill, and has also been noted to have some connection to the pale beings. Pale ore appears as a sharp and tapered metallic fragment with concentric grooves along its length. It also has some sort of white or translucent substance built up around its wider edge, almost as though it had encased the metallic part. It can be considered that the ore is not only very strong and durable due to the fact it's a prized commodity amongst nailsmiths, but also highly workable for much the same reason. In this way, it may be that the pale ore is very much like adamantium, in that it can be shaped into weapons of great strength, but is nigh indestructible once set into a single form. In all, a mere 6 pieces of pale ore are required to upgrade a standard sharpened nail to the ultimate weapon of Hallownest, the perfected pure nail, indicating that the ore really is quite a potent material. Obtaining enough of the ore, however, is a considerable task, only accomplishable to those who travel the full width and breadth of Hallownest. It is even implied that none bar the knight have ever collected so many pieces, as the nailsmith is in such awe of the creation of the pure nail that he's driven to give his life to its majesty. Unlike most other items within Hallownest, there is surprisingly little information regarding pale ore, only that it's somehow associated with pale beings, most prominently of whom are the Pale King and White Lady, and that it emanates an icy chill. The true origin of the ore isn't even known, as all known pieces are either found out of situ or in the possession of other bugs, who seem to covet them for unknown reasons, or have chosen to bestow it as a significant prize to those worthy of it. It is not to say that the ore's origin cannot be hypothesized upon though, as there's reasonable evidence to suggest that the metal is not merely related to the pale beings, but a part of one of them. More specifically, it can be suggested that the pale ore are the teeth of the worm that would transmute into the Pale King. The ore's mere appearance resembles a form of reverse-facing tooth that may have been among hundreds lining the worm's maw, meaning that the substance around its wide edge may be the same decaying flesh, the mold, that coats the kingdom's edge. Over time, the teeth would have surely been picked away by scavengers and treasure hunters, leaving none with the corpse itself, while they're scattered across Hallownest and possibly even beyond. While the icy chill the ore is said to emanate is perplexing, it could be that the pale beings are, in a way, cold by nature. After all, while mistaken for ash, the malt coating Kingdom's Edge does appear almost like snow, and the White Palace, home of the Pale King, gives off an almost icy air. One final point of interest, however, is that a piece of pale ore can be found embedded into a statue of the Radiance at Hallownest's crown. Due to the apparent conflict between the Pale King and the Radiance, this may indicate some form of fanatical vandalism, the defacing of an enemy's effigy with something so closely tied to the king as almost a sign of superiority. This, of course, is all mere speculation though, and more evidence is required to make any concrete assumptions. Even without speculation about its origin, the very fact that the pale ore can be used to craft what is effectively the perfect nail and is in some way linked to the pale beings means that it is a material of some note. Its considerable rarity and general difficulty to obtain only acts to increase its importance and value even further. So with everything in consideration, it has been determined that the pale ore should be assigned an artifact rating of remarkable. You know how people like to collect shark teeth, right? This is kind of like that, but times a million. Also, you can't really make a badass sword from shark teeth. Well, at least not that I've heard anyway. Time will tell, I guess. Please subscribe for more course content, become a patron or channel member for early access to other lectures, and other than that, just make sure you have a fantastic day.